My little girl's not feeling good from her shots yesterday. She didn't come out to eat this morning or see me or anything. Hopefully she feels better later on. Nighttime. It's Well Dressed Wednesday and we're out of here. Uh-oh. Don couldn't stand that Ruby was as dirty as she was. I see he's been, oh my goodness, I think you might have rinsed her off. Which is why he's drying her off. Wow. Well, I hate to get in the way of that kind of progress. A little closer. Try again. Mirror's folded out now.
Oh dear.
Drip, drip.
Drip, drip.
Drip, drip.
Drip, drip. Hey mom, drippity drip, drip, drip.
Uh-huh. Well, thanks, Donnie.
You're welcome.
Donnie says, he's gonna wash her later, but this way, you know,
yeah.
She's not a total disaster for the drive-in this morning,
Right.
Which she pretty much was.
She was pretty bad.
Yeah, one of the worst. She doesn't like it when you stand close and don't come and get in right away. Good morning, Ruby.
The only ex I've seen.
Oh, I know why. Because I turned off doors yesterday. And let's turn it back on before I start getting grumpy this morning. Bye, Donnie. I love you. Johnny picked Van Halen this morning, so we're jamming on the way to school today. So the Van Halen station has some other hardish rock too, and I told Johnny it's no fun when you're already going the max speed and songs like this come on, because I just want to punch it. This is what I think you ought to queue up at the drag strip. We're waiting for the sunrise to come up this morning at 6:55, and we're making excellent time today.
Bye mom.
Bye, buddy. You have a good day. I'll see you this afternoon.
Love you.
Love you too, buddy.
Bye.
I just saw a really bad accident. I'm gonna try to call Capital City Police. I did call 911 and report it, so did a few other people. It's only been 3 or 4 minutes and I can already look to my left and see that police are on the scene. So it was a airbag deployed accident. Hopefully no one was injured. It was really scary. I'm sort of just sitting here trying to calm down a little bit before I drive home the rest of the way. Nothing wrong with taking a minute to, you know, sort myself out before I move on down the road. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Wow! How scary. How scary. Well, I have some of it on Dashcam, but not enough to help those guys. Well, that's nice. He's going to go see if the other driver's okay. That's so totally the right thing to do. I'm back home now, and Don's being quite sympathetic about my upset over the accident, which I appreciate. And I'm gonna pull the dash cam footage now. We learned yesterday that on the DDPAI Mini 3 dash cam,
Yeah, Mini 3.
it has a built-in 32 gigabyte solid state storage instead of putting in a micro SD card. And when I drive 100 miles in a day and it's running a lot, it will not keep an entire day's worth of footage. So yesterday I wanted to pull something from the morning commute when that pole rolled down off of the truck next to me to see exactly where it came from, and that footage was gone. So if you hit the button in the dash, it'll keep the file until you delete it. But I didn't hit the button there. I had my camera out instead. So anyway, I lost that footage. So Between that and the slightly exaggerated HD field of the video, I'm leaning toward the DDP-AI Mini 3 going into Sapphire and keeping the old dash cam in my car. I haven't decided yet, but I'm really leaning now. I've been trying to like the new one better, and I slightly like the old one better. It's 1:35 p.m. and I'm just a little bit late leaving to go get Johnny. I was really busy in the house. Didn't even get a nap today. Yep, I'm late and I don't have my dash cam because I brought it in the house to pull the accident footage. So let me run back in there and get it. Let's try this again. Always when you're running late, always. I haven't found that it's really tons looser than it was when I bought it, when we first installed it. But,
Hello, Ding Ding Pie.
uh-oh, I think the little, there it is, the little mark that I had has worn off a little bit. I may have to put a new silver mark on it. Usually when I get in the car, I pull up the Dashcam app and I verify that the alignment is good. Such is life when you're taking it in and out of the holder and into the house all the time to pull video. If you just put it in the car and you leave it in there, you know, especially this one, is going to stay exactly where you lined it up to. But because I'm taking it in and out, I have to worry about it all the time. So I did two main things at the house today. The first thing I did was pull the accident footage off of the dash cam. The police officer got my name and number from 911, and I had stated that I had dash cam footage, and he asked if it would be easy and if I'd be willing to send it to him, and I said sure. He did say he was able to view it later on and that it was helpful to see it. So they were trying to determine, you know, exactly what happened this morning. The other thing that I did was I put together a PowerPoint presentation of Ruby's first year of ownership. It's sort of like the same things I included in our day 365 video, which, by the way, if you're new to the channel, that one might be worth going back and watching at least the first half of it for some, you know, real sort of Tesla heavy kind of cost comparison from a, your regular Tesla owner who's had the car for a year, what our costs were. Our electricity here in North Carolina overnight time of use is really cheap, so your mileage may vary. You have to figure in for your cost to charge. But at any point, I put together that PowerPoint. I've kind of sent it out for review. I'm letting it chill at this point, but I think it's going to be good. I want to keep a copy of that presentation in our car for whenever we're at car shows, in case somebody asks some detailed questions or we want to look something up. I want to keep it in case I have a chance to go give a presentation, that I'd have, you know, something sort of prepared that I could adjust for the specific group. So those are the two main reasons why I put the PowerPoint together. It's one thing to have a video, but we had all that great data, so why not put it in a format that's consumable in another way? I'll put a link in the video description where you guys could get to it if you wanted to do that. I also got our field table kit for Lego League for FLL ordered. So that was, we're late, but I've got it ordered now. So hopefully it'll be here in time for, let's say, next Tuesday's meeting. It's coming to the house where Don is at almost all the time. He can grab it from me and I can take it out and start looking at what's in there and putting things together, so we can get busy solving mission models. Yeah, we need to get busy, but I'm very excited. I spent a lot of paperwork and coordination involved in making that happen, and it's a relief that that has worked for us now. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I do want to say that John Deere gives grants to some schools to pay the fees for becoming a full-fledged FLL First Lego League team, and also to pay for the field table kit, the mission models, the robotics game that we're supposed to play this year. And our school was lucky enough to get 2 grants and to make a full-fledged program at the school possible this year, and I'm very excited about that and really appreciate John Deere's support. And certainly they've asked for shout outs about it, which I get, and that's great. So I want to mention that they did that for us. That has made this possible and easier this year. John Deere actually has a plant in Fuquay, and they make turf and lawn care equipment at that plant. I don't know exactly what that means, but I think Don was trying to tell me not the general residential lawnmower, but bigger pieces of equipment. We also have right here coming out of town a place that repairs John Deere equipment on one side of the road and a place that sells John Deere equipment on the other side of the road. So there's a lot of John Deere heritage here in Fuquay, Varina. And last but not least, we signed up to go to an antique car show tomorrow at the Golden Corral on Glenwood Avenue. It's in the evening around supper time. There's gonna be, they're gonna give a talk about electric cars, and they wanted a few people to come, and they coordinated with the Triangle Tesla owner's president. And I believe there's going to be a 3 and an X there, and a Bolt and a Leaf. So that ought to be a nice range, a nice mix of cars for folks to look at. Thus one of the reasons I started on the PowerPoint. And we're excited to have the opportunity to do that. It should be fun. The only thing that concerned me is I think they said something like, so a lot of indoor presentation going on, but like 15 minutes out at the cars. I don't know if I can go inside after 15 minutes. We'll see. It's so pretty this afternoon. Wow. Hey, bud.
Hey, Mom.
I hear you had some good news at school today.
That's right, I got the gold tie and a donut.
And a donut. Mr. Don is going to be so jealous. So what's the gold tie award for?
It's a reward for, I think, getting one of each rise point in a week.
And RISE stands for, help us out here, buddy.
Respect, integrity, safety, and E is the one everyone forgets.
Oh no, you can't remember E?
No one remembers E.
Just so you know, this is about the 4th take to get this right. So Johnny, tell us what gold tie stands for, why you received it.
It's for getting 1 point each of RISE in a week, and RISE stands for respect, integrity, safety, and expectation.
Yeah, they have these rules of conduct at the school, and at his elementary school they use Prowl to try to teach the kids the rules of the school, and at this school they use RISE. So, well, congratulations, Shawnee. That's the 2nd time or the 3rd time?
2nd.
Yeah, so once last year and once this year, or twice this year?
Once last year.
Okay, well, congratulations, buddy. Keep up the good work. So Johnny and I are going to test out a new sunscreen on the Model X windshield. You might have noticed when I filmed him in the green room that he has a couple of these screens on the window there by where he sits with his computer. These are actually the same screen, but a slightly darker version, so we're going to put them up and see how it goes. First off, they pop open like you would think. There were 4 in this pack, 2 thin ones and 2 heavyweight ones. Yep, they just explode one at a time. You got 2 there in your hand.
I do?
Yep, you do. And you got to put the glossy side. Hold it up so we can see it. Hold it up so we can see it, the glossy side. And then you can just attach it to the window wherever you want to put it to help with the sun. And it just kind of sticks to the window. So it's just up there now.
And
see?
And the glossy side isn't tape, so
right, it comes right, look, it comes, take yours back down so I can't, yeah. And then you just put it back up. You might want to put it just a smidge lower. I'm just guessing. We're taking a guess here, stopped at where it would be helpful. I'm guessing right there.
And it does, from what I could tell, it doesn't leave anything on the windshield.
Nope, it doesn't leave. It's not permanently affixed. It's not sticky. It's just static cling to the glass. So we'll let you know what we think driving home with them. I can tell already just looking at your face that you're more in the shade. These were very inexpensive, and I think on top of the one that we have that does the side window, I think these are going to be helpful for, you know, we head directly west into the sun in the afternoon in the summer. It's 91 degrees out there, and we do feel some heat. We have not tinted the windows on our X. We don't plan to. Yeah, John's just demonstrating, in case you didn't see that video, the little tuck, the little mats we have on the side. So this is that abandoned, not used Kmart parking lot here in Garner, and this is where they were doing all of the staging for Florence with the emergency personnel. There's still quite a few here. So we're out in full sunshine right now, Johnny. What do you think?
Definitely shadier.
Definitely shadier. I would say you look much shadier. The sun is now starts at your stomach instead of all the way up in your face. Yeah. And you can see that my face is also in the shade. So I would say for the price of these and the ease of putting them up and taking them down, that I really like this. You know, Tesla gave us one with the Model X that's a screen where there's actually holes in it that fits all the way across the top and seals off all of the glass, and it kind of goes around the little piece of plastic there that houses the wire that runs to the autopilot camera. And it's a really nice, and I'm glad that it came with it, but it's big and it's one piece, and it sort of takes two people to install, and it totally blocks the top glass. So I like this solution better because A, I can still see through it, and it's not all of the glass, so I can sort of still see the sky. And I only have to put it on my side if I'm the only one in the car, and it folds up in a smaller package than the one from Tesla does. So I like these. I think I recommend them. There was this package in the mailbox for Dawn, and it's heavy. I wonder if it's batteries. I think he said he ordered batteries for the UPSs. Like a battery to replace the one in the bad UPS. I'll bet you money that's what's in there. It's heavy. From the outside of the car, I cannot see the visor thing. I can't see it. I can't even tell that it's up there. I know when we put the one from Tesla up, we could absolutely see it. So I cannot see it. That's odd. That's great, right? I mean, that's perfect. And then I just wanted to show you, I got the sun pointed right in Johnny's face, and you know, he's directly facing the sun, and he's totally in the shade. I really, really like those little cling visors. I will be putting the link in the video description. I got them off Amazon. Here's where the visors are in Johnny's window. He can see through these. These are not quite as thick. We could probably try these out in Ruby too, but they do a really great job of blocking the sun but still letting him see out the window. No plans to go back out tonight, and we're just shy of 85 miles. We don't typically do Taekwondo on Wednesdays, and I don't believe we're going to do it tonight. Johnny's got quite a bit of homework.